back up for Fright Night again already. I bet you all like jumping up and down for joy because here I am again. This time I'm not sporting the blonde wig. I'll do that like in a later video. Well, this one's gonna be a little bit longer because I had a friend of mine on my channel, Norman Bates. I can't remember the digits on it, but you should know who she is. She's a really big Evil Ed fan. Well, she mentioned about fanfic. Well, it says fanfics, and I'm all like, what the hell's fanfic? Well, it's fan fiction. And she wanted to hear more about, I guess, my fan fiction. So what a better thing is, you know, I know everybody, you know, talks about the remake and stuff, and I've already talked about the Fright Night remake that I did, and even the ripoff. Well, I made my own sequel. I mentioned it, but I'm going to go into a little detail. And I didn't think it was impossible to make a sequel. And for me, I had like this really awesome idea, which is completely written out, which I've given Norman Bates the privilege to read. You know, I don't want to say privilege, but I let her read it. I'm happy to share it with everybody. But I call it Fright Night: The Reincarnation. And my story is like, I made it so that, you know, you can bring back the same characters without actually using some of the actors, because people said that Chris Moran would be too old, Julie Carmen would be too old to play for themselves. You know, I mean, play for, you know, Jerry Danders and Regine. So, but one other difficult task is bringing back Evil Ed, because Stephen Jeffries is also older. But the rest of the characters are easy to bring back. And I even solved the problem with Peter Vincent, which is kind of a sad thing that I kind of came up with. Well, the basis around Fright Night: The Reincarnation is basically like a reunion between both Fright Night 1 and Fright Night 2. We start out with Charlie Brewster's mom's death. Well, at the beginning of the story, you see that she gets the shit scared out of her. So she basically is scared to death. And so Charlie has no choice but to come back to his hometown in the same neighborhood where his nightmare originally began. And I have him married to Alex from the second one, and they have an adopted daughter. Okay, so everybody like returns, and the old house next door is like looks brand new. It's been all remodeled and stuff. And there's mysterious people living there, and the first person who sees it is Charlene, who we call her Charlie, nicknamed after her adopted father. So we have Charlie's the first one. Charlie number 2 is the first one to see these new strangers that live next door to her grandmother's house. And she's kind of like a pissy kid because she's kind of pissed off. She's 18 years old. She's pissed off because she's never really had a relationship with her grandmother. You know, you get all that emotional stuff in the writing. You don't really get to see it in the movie. But if it was made a movie, I would make sure that stuff is put in there. Well, I also bring back Amy Peterson, who like kind of like randomly shows up after the funeral and stuff like that. It kind of makes Alex kind of pissed off because it's Charlie's high school sweetheart, and she has a secret. Well, you know, it's kind of like, it's like an action-packed. It moves as fast as like Fright Night does. You know, everything starts out, you know, and it just starts getting right into the story. And the main thing in my story, we introduced these twins, adult twins, Constantine and Constance Winter. Two very attractive people, and they have like a little sidekick, Evil Ed, who is their little sidekick. Well, let's just put it this way. They're the reincarnates of Jerry Danders and Regine. So, which is really cool because I always wanted to bring them back, and we brought them back. And the way that they come back is Amy Peterson's in on it. She kind of like collects all this stuff that used to belong to Jerry Danders, all the stuff that's been like tossed around and stuff. And so it's like as it's collected, Jerry Danders and Regine take over the bodies of the reincarnates. So it kind of sounds complicated. But of course Jerry Danders ends up focusing his attention on Charlene, who looks kind of like the chick in the painting, and Amy's like really is a lot older, so she doesn't look like it anymore. And Amy's reason for doing this is because she wants to become a vampire. She wants to live forever, so she, you know, ends up becoming a vampire in there too. So on and so forth. I could just keep on rambling on and read you the whole damn story, you know, if I had plenty of time, but, you know, YouTube only allows you like 15 on there. Now for Peter Vincent, I sadly gave him, since Roddy McDowell could not play for Peter Vincent, I thought it was right, that, his character's in there, but, nobody could play Roddy McDowell, so I had it so that poor Peter was left in a mental institution and he had died there. A lot of people out there like, oh, that's really bad. So, I got like really funny stuff. I really pull up the punchlines. We bring in a new character, Brittany, who is, I got cats going on in the background, a little kitten fighting back there. Sorry. But we got Brittany in there, and she's like this real ditch party girl who ends up becoming Evil Ed's girlfriend, but Charlie ends up killing her, so it pisses Evil Ed off. And what happened is I finished the story, and I actually gave the bad guys the chance for a happy ending. So like Evil Ed, you think first he died, but just like in the original one, you think he died, but then he doesn't. And Jerry Dandridge ends up with the girl. But he also ends up killing his sister. So there's like a really good twist in there because everybody's kind of wondering about the chicks in the paintings. Well, we kind of like killed off. Regina was killing off all these chicks that, she believed was weakening her brother and all this crap. So there's like a big old blown out bat fight and all this stuff in there. But I couldn't get enough of my story. So I ended up bringing the little secret that Amy Peterson has is that she and Charlie Brewster created a baby on their senior year. After they graduated, she went off and had this child and put it up for adoption. So this is where Billy Marks comes in with her other brother, with her adopted brother or whatever. Luke comes into the picture, and there's like a whole blown out mess that happens from, she's trying to find her real parents, her real mother's dead. She ends up staying in the apartment building Peter Vincent used to live in. You got the weird people living upstairs. Then Jerry Dandridge kind of like switches his focus on Billy. And it just, Charlie and Alex are in that house. She gets the, I could just like ramble on and on and on. But I want to share with you guys before I end this. If you want to know more, before I end it, I want to let you guys know if you want to read my story, you guys contact me. Send me a message on YouTube or with your email, and I'll email it to you. Or you can contact me on Facebook, Heidi Lynn Staley. But I want to share some of my artwork that I did, and this is kind of one demonstration of what would be like a back cover for the movie. See, Fright Night and the Reincarnation, the new Jerry Dandridge. Charlene and Jerry Dandridge, and the famous, well, that one doesn't, it has kind of the window in the background. Charlene, Alex, and the new regime. Oh, sorry, I keep on moving the camera around. Corey's telling me, stop moving it around. I'm trying to see what's on the other side. Get it? Alright, well, this is another revised version of what would be I have the cover somewhere, I don't know, but this is a revised kind of like cover thingy. Kind of did things differently. Kind of, I don't know, I think Regine looks better on the other one. Jerry Dandridge kind of does too, I don't know. His battle wounds is from his back fight with his sister. Actually, I was going to at the end have him try to kill himself, but, I decided to change it. And, well, this is one where the characters kind of look like the Jerry Dandridge. You kind of try to make it look more like him instead of changing him up. Yes, you can see her nipple. That's Charlene, Charlie Brewster's daughter. And on the other side is Regine. That's kind of saying the chick kind of splits up the siblings kind of thing. It's like a, Regine is a bitch. She likes killing chicks that, poor Jerry is falling in love with or something. And you guys wouldn't believe the story I made up behind it. So, who the original woman is. So that's like another bit of fan fiction that I'll have to tell you about. It's like my Fright Night series. which I've kind of changed into a whole original story. So, okay, I hope you guys got the gist of this. I hope it's not too long. If it is, I have to cut stuff out. And God damn it, hit my daughter and her fro. She's supposed to be in bed sleeping, but she come in here. She woke up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so she's watching. No, I'm going to leave it in there. Alright, well this is... Yeah, I can. No. Shut up. No. Okay, you're making it longer than what it's supposed to be. Okay, this is Gaga for Fright Night, and Ta-ta for now, and, like I said, just contact me and I'll let you guys read my stuff. And Norman Bates,